podcasts out there, but only one with this kind of energy.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps, Predictions, Sports. Let show recaps, predictions, sports.
In one podcast.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps, Predictions, Sports. Let go.
What is going on, everyone? It's the EVP from the EVP Show, and your only fucking golden boy of DWE, often imitated but never duplicated. I've been sweating at these hockey games, man. Damn, I've been busting Vandal ass on hockey, bro, for real. This chick, it's off topic, but on X, she posted a first goal scorer, and he was plus 6,000, and I just went straight past it, and that motherfucker, his shit hit. So crazy. Man, plus 6,000, that's a hit. Yeah, it's just so much shit to pay attention to. But we're alive. Obviously, I'm sure you guys have missed me. It's been a while since I've seen you guys. Yeah, I was just here like 2 fucking hours ago. The NFL actually produced some clips finally on StreamYard. Maybe I just needed to update my fucking computer because I haven't updated it in like 3 months. Yeah, we're live with the NXT recap. I will say, out of all of my shows, I feel like this is the one that I struggle with the most. Not me personally, but with the viewers, getting people to tune in. Obviously, Monday Night Raw went from like 260 last week to like, I don't know, like 15 or 20 yesterday. These time changes are really fucking the streams up because you just don't really know when to go live. I'm not changing my times. I'm just gonna keep grinding, hustling, doing what I have to do. And the people eventually they're gonna come. But yeah, I hit over 200 back-to-back Raws, and then yesterday it sunk. But it is what it is. We are here for the NXT recap. Man, there was a lot that went on tonight. They're gonna have some sort of ladder match challenge for that NXT championship. A lot of matches, a qualifying matches set next week. Hopefully I'll be getting that thumb ready next week. I'm only 3 thumbs away from having like all of my shit set for next week. Obviously Saturday night's main event predictions and the recap and NXT for next week. And yeah, I'm set a fucking 7-day week next week, which is gonna be wild for sure. But yeah, before we get started, we have about 30 people, it looks like, in here right now. That's about average for NXT. I started it 5 minutes early. I was 5 minutes late last night, so you fuckers better show up in here tonight. Shout out to Talk It Up Wrestling Podcast. He is the CEO, the head of the table, often imitated, never duplicated, Miami the Great, and also Final Boss Baby, who honestly did give me the nickname the Golden Boy. I see after the slam trying to copy the EVP with the Silver Boy, but it's okay. I love After Slam. Shout out to him. Wrestling RUS podcast. How about that on Sunday Scoops with the EVP telling you Jada Parker was showing up on NXT tonight? Another big dub for the fucking EVP and the Sunday Scoop show. I didn't get a clip, but I know for sure that you asked a question on the stream, when will we see Jada Parker? I said, on NXT, she's coming. So, all you motherfuckers out there think I don't know shit, Wrestling RUS podcast was in the Q&A Sunday. Asked a specific question about Jada Parker. And boom. Just like hitting the hockey. Boom. Fucking nailed that shit. Shout out to DW host. Oh, you're welcome, Wrestling RUS. Like I said, the scoops is fun for me. I get shit right, I get shit wrong. I get more shit right than I get wrong. This Sunday is gonna be record breaking because I got a lot of fucking news to break. But yeah, I mean, if I can answer the question, I will. If I can't, I don't. And another dub for the EVP tonight. With Jada Parker showing up. Also, the Tiffany Stratton news broke today. About her being ready for WrestleMania season. Something else I fucking talked about on Scoop. So, shout out to Miami the Great also for reposting the stream. Wrestling RUS podcast. Probably my biggest fan. I got to see Stampede last night. In the Raw recap, enjoyed the Human Dictionary Stampede as always. Checkmark Wrestling RUS asked the question about Jada Parker, and the EVP gave him the scoop on Sunday Night Scoop. Wrestling RUS podcast has not missed a Sunday Scoops yet, and as always participates in the Q&A. Yes, sir. Respect EVP. Appreciate that. Much love. Wrestling RUS podcast. I'm just doing what I can do. For the greater fucking good. You know what I mean, brother? Check. Tiffany Stratton. Yep. You're the GOAT. Nah, I don't think I'm the GOAT, but I'm a lot better than some, for sure, like Meltzer. But yeah. Meltzer did nail something though, that I'm gonna talk about Sunday, which was really, he probably stole the report, but it's Dave. He has me blocked on X because I'd be trolling the fuck out of his bitch ass. Yeah, I know you'll be there. Wrestling RUS podcast. I got a lot of shit coming up. A lot of shit. I'm gonna be doing a WWE Unreal recap next week. It's probably gonna be a 2-hour show. So, you're in Paris. I don't know French, but the ladies say that I do. So, no, just kidding. Just had to throw that in there. A little quick joke. Shout out to Bobby. He is also a mainstay here in the EVP show. I'm glad to see you tuned in on the YouTube channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're watching on my YouTube channel, my ex or the CEO of DWE, Miami the Great's ex as well. Eyeballs from Wrestling RUS. I'm telling you, Wrestling RUS is my biggest fan. Much love, much appreciated. Thank you, Bobby, Miami, and Wrestling RUS. Let's get started. Damn, this is probably a record breaker for me. I got like 40 people in NXT recap. So, obviously, this was so much shit piled into a 2-hour podcast or 2-hour show. I'm so like podcast brained right now. Tonight's WWE NXT Aaron promises an action-packed night from the Capitol Wrestling Center. Let's see. Bobby is wanting to open up the scoops already. I will say this. So, for people like Wrestling RUS and Geo and Wrestling Fanatic and Bobby that maybe can't get all their questions in on Sunday, because this Sunday I have a lot of news. So, I don't know how much. I'll at least open Q&A for 20 minutes, but I have a lot of news to break Sunday. So Bobby has a question. So I will answer a couple of questions because NXT goes by really quick. Yeah, I have a fuck ton of news. Your thoughts on Vanity Project, Eli Knight, and Kiana Carver? Oh, they're excellent signings. As you can see, they're already gonna make a huge impact. Um, I didn't report that because, like I said, I have a separate WWE NXT. I mean, I haven't talked to Miami about it, but if TNA starts popping and it's on AMC now where I can watch it for free, I mean, I'm kind of booked for the rest of January, but in February when NFL is over, I may have to replace the NFL with the TNA recap on Thursdays. If you guys watch TNA, just a thought. But yeah, I'm happy about that signing. Those signings, Bobby. Can they get Jada Parker is going to win an NXT championship? Unfortunately, she's in a feud. She was about to be in a heavy feud with Blake Monroe, who I said on Scoop Sunday again, another big dub. She wasn't coming up to the main roster. I do expect Jada Parker to win a title within the next, I don't know, 3 to 6 months in NXT. She needs a title on her 100%. Eyeballs again. Yeah, I mean that's the fuck away. It's for. That's what Scoops is about. It's my people that come in the extremes, listen to me talk, and you know ask away. Are they put in a vault? Yeah. So a lot of the Evolve people are gonna be delegating up into NXT as well. Wrestling RUS. I don't get a whole lot of Evolve news. But I do know that Ren Sinclair and Kendall Gray are both in for huge 2026s. For sure. So, but yeah, I mean, it seems like the Evolve is like starting to come up. Yeah, Jada's gonna win a title, but Blake Monroe is about to get a massive push. I think I see Shawn Lacey getting called up from Evolve 2. Yes, I was told by my NXT guy, which I've only been working with him a couple of months, that is a very high possibility. Parker there because of who? Because of Ave? Is her and Ava dating? I thought Ava was dating Tatiana Dumas from LFG. I'm confused. Not sure what that means, buddy. Why the sad face? Hate K. Miami, I love him so much, but when he says K, I'm like, ugh. I think Ava's dating Tatiana Dumas from LFG. So last I heard, I mean, I don't keep up. I try not to keep up with everybody's dating life. But obviously that's the last I was told. But I mean, it's possible. Yeah. You listen to my recaps? Well, yeah, I appreciate that. Oh, the Ava and Blake beef. I got you. That makes sense. Yeah, there is. It's a turmoil, but it's all part of this Blake push that's coming up. Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it. So we're gonna see Joe Henry face Dark State Dion Lennox in a no disqualification match, plus TNA International Champions Stacks with his girlfriend. You think she sent Jada Parker? That makes sense. I like that. You just like the video on YouTube? Yes. I tell everyone at the end of the stream, go to that YouTube channel, spam the fuck out of the likes, the comments. That helps me so much. Here he is again, back-to-back nights. Glad to see him. Stampede. Hopefully they restructure Blake's character. Yeah, I do believe 100% that's what they're doing. That's why she's not getting called up. she's gonna be a big mainstay fixture in NXT. Title holder. Up until at least Stand and Deliver, they got big plans for Blake Monroe. But yes, a restructure of her character would be phenomenal. Eyeballs again. Yeah, if you guys are watching on YouTube, please like the stream. The more likes, the better it helps my stream. It helps me out. I need to get to 500 subscribers, and then I can start getting used, and then I can start working on trying to get monetized. I'm a long ways away. I'm not to 200 yet, but hopefully I can get there at some point. You used to listen to me on Main Event. I'm going to delegate to no comment on anything in regards to the Main Event team. Wrestling RUS. I'm going to delegate to no comment on that. But yeah, I mean, that's where I start. That's not where I started, but you know, I did spaces and stuff on Mondays and Fridays for quite a while with those guys. So yeah, appreciate that. I mean, the spaces and YouTube. I mean, yeah, I don't think I will ever get back on a fucking Twitter space again after I can see that my progression in YouTube and now with scoops. And then when NFL's over, I think I'm gonna start a TNA recap show. I'm gonna pitch that to Miami. He's gonna be cool with it. He's down for anything that I'm up for. She worked really well in Stardom and AEW, but yeah, you know what, Stampede? As soon as she came up, my first or second NXT recap, you know, she came up as a babyface, and I said, you know, Triple H and Shawn Michaels and all them, you know, they had a meeting. You know, I reported about it that they just wasn't happy with with her character. Like, she just can't be a babyface. Yeah. I'm not too familiar with Stardom. I know you're the dictionary, so I learned things from you, obviously. But I did follow her in AEW, Mariah May, and she was fucking phenomenal over there. So yeah, I agree. There is something a little off. Hopefully they can get that fixed. I love Blake. I love Blake her in AEW. Yes, way better in AEW for Mariah May, Blake Monroe, whatever you want to call her. Wide face. Yeah, I'm not commenting on the Main Event team. I'm done with those guys with DWE. So I will plead the fifth. I am on the air on that. Agreed. All right. Appreciate you guys. All right. So Joe Henry placing Dark State Deion Lennox in a no disqualification match with TNA international champion Stax will defend his title against someone that I did 2 seasons of LFG. I didn't get to finish either one of them because I took like an 8-week break in between, had some personal stuff going on. But he would defend his title against LFG season 1 runner-up, but season 2 winner Shiloh Hill, who I absolutely love. So let's get it going, guys. So we got a big appreciate the support. Make sure you go to my YouTube channel, Wrestling RUS Podcast. If you're not sub, please sub. Give the stream the like. I do see you a lot here on X. But if you do get on YouTube, please like the stream and comment as well, as that helps my streams out. But I do appreciate your support. 50 people on an NXT stream. What the fuck? Better than Raw last night. I had 260 last week. That's insane. Those time I can't wait till they get back to the fucking States. With these shows, with Mondays and Fridays, it's just tough to get numbers. Big Joseph, WWE Hall of Famer Booker T. We see the WWE NXT Championship. I appreciate that, Bobby. It means a lot. Appreciate that, buddy. General Manager Ava is in the ring to address the future of the championship. Ava starts off by saying Obafemi vacated the title, and she sees this as an opportunity because the division is wide open. Ava says if you have been doing this for a while and you think you've been overlooked or a new face who just walked into the door, there is no better chance than now. And right after that, we hear the music of the Absolute. Ricky Saints makes his way down to the ring, grabs the mic, thanks everyone for coming out tonight. Ricky then thanks Ava for holding all of this. Ricky then says he told you. Ricky then says he ran the stand and deliver main event out of NXT. Ricky says that is what you call an absolute hat trick. If anybody knows what a hat trick is, it's 3 goals in a hockey game, which I've never watched a lick of fucking hockey till this year, but I am a hockey fan. Ricky then says Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and Obafemi. Ricky says he didn't want to give him a rematch because he was afraid. Ricky says he is the then, the now, and forever. Ricky says together you will be watching him. Ricky then says there are talented men standing around the ring. Ricky then says they are future champions, but that is the future. Ricky then says he is ready to become the new champion, and he tells Ava she can hand the title over to him. Ava says Ricky deserved an opportunity, but no more than these men who said the same thing. Ava then says she was going to say that on February 3rd. I'm not sure what February 3rd is. Is that a PLE for NXT Stampede? Wrestling RUS. I'm not quite sure. I know that's like right after the Rumble. Maybe that's the NXT after the Rumble. Maybe that's what it is. February 3rd, there will be a 6-man ladder match. Whoever climbs the ladder and pulls the title down will become the new NXT Men's Champion. So that's going to be live on NXT on February 3rd. That's my dad's birthday. I should remember that. Perfect. Yeah, that's what I thought. Love the profile picture Stampede. That's my dad's birthday, actually. So, looking forward to that ladder match. So it's going to be a 6-man ladder match. So the qualifiers are going to start next week. Ava says she cannot wait to see who steps up. Ava puts the title belt on the hook and it raised to the Raptors. Joe Henry, Deion Lennox, Dark State, and more get in the ring, and then they start battling it out. The battle then continues, and Keanu Carver, the newest member of NXT, goes after some people and throws someone into the fucking bleachers. Carver then pushes Smokes over the top rope. Carver then power bombs Brooks to the announce desk. Baylor then goes for a suicide dive, and Carver hits a forearm. He then press slams Drake onto a group of people, and Saint and Carver are the only ones still on their feet. So Keanu Carver is in there, and he means business. Birthday's on February 2. What day, Bobby? That God they didn't do a tourney. Yeah, I did say on Scoop Sunday that I thought they would do a tourney. I wasn't 100% sure. I didn't give 100% clarification on that. I just said I know WWE love doing tournaments. But I'm glad they're not exactly WWE NXT strong suit. But they do love to do fucking tournaments. Which I did say on Sunday Scoop. February 6th, nice. I don't think I know anybody's birthday on February. So Keanu Carver, newest member of NXT. He put everybody on notice. So we then see Lola Vice, one of my favorites. She's obviously dating Damian Priest. And Kalana Jordan, walking in the back. We head to the back where Ava's on the phone, and the person says she is looking forward to seeing them. Robert Stone walks up, tells Ava that Blake Monroe is here, and she wants to get things off her chest. So then we get the first match of the night. Kalani Jordan makes her way down to the ring as she's going to be going one-on-one with Lola Weiss, which both of them are on my thumbnail. The match starts off with Kalani drop kicking Lola to the floor. Kalani goes up top, is met with a punch to the midsection and comes off the turnbuckles. Both women go back and forth for near falls. Kalani then slaps the hell out of Lola, and Kalani runs to the floor. Kalani then kicks Lola into the announce desk. This was a really good match. I was extremely impressed with Lola and Kalani in this match. They're both killing it. Kalani has a forearm to the back. It's a suplex. She sets up for a third suplex, and Lola reverses, hits a suplex. Gets an inside cradle for a near fall. 6 out of 10. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm on board with that. I love Lola, and I think both her and Kalani are doing excellent work right now. Lola is the one name that has been mentioned about coming up. I think that I'm gonna go ahead and break this now instead of Sunday, but one of the pitches is they're going to start going back to some mixed tag matches in WWE. So look for Lola when she comes up to be teaming with Damian Priest. So they're seeming to be putting these couples together. So yeah. Nora Phoenix, Diana was. I saw that. I did see that. Good catch, Stampede. I did see that. So we get close to the end of the match, and Kalani hits a kick and a spinning Olympic slam, goes up top, misses a 450 splash, but she rolls through. She has her hand on the rope at the time the referee sees it, and then Lola capitalizes and hits the back fist for the 1, 2, 3 big win for the Latina Heat is what I call her, Lola Weiss. Big win. Looks like she busted her lip, maybe, during that match. Winner of the singles match, Lola Weiss. After the match, Lola says she is coming after Izzy Dame's title. So let's talk about this. Wrestling RUS, if you're still on here. I said on Sunday Scoops that I really felt like the winner of Lola Weiss and Kalani Jordan was going to be coming after the Women's North American Championship. And what do you know? Lola is calling out Izzy Dame. Boy, I'm really nailing it. So we get Tavion Heights cutting a promo, says he broke it out in 2025 to show what he can do. He says 2026 he will show what it looks like to reach new heights. The mixed tag matches, if they go the route, will tie into Triple. Yes, that's exactly what they're going to do. It's going to be a mixture of AAA, WWE, Chelsea and Ethan, Lola and Damian, Alistair and Zelina. Can't think of any other couples. I mean, maybe that guy when he comes up with Tiffany Stratton. I still don't know his name, but yeah, it's a great idea. Kalani did put on a good performance. He said they would be coming after Jasper Troy tonight, and he'll become the new Speed Champion. Jasper congratulates Tavion on earning 5 minutes in the ring with him. Jasper then says he doesn't need 5 minutes. He says whatever momentum you have gained comes to a dead end tonight. Now, I've covered Jasper Troy in season 1 of LFG, and he was an absolute beast. Jasper Troy and Tavion Heights are in the ring, and this match is going to be for the WWE Men's Speed Championship. It's a short match. Liv and Dom, too. Yeah, that's Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae. Yep. Lola and Damian. Yeah. It's definitely been pitched for sure. So I expect to see that into 2026. Tavion, since this is a short match, obviously, Tavion sends it in a front face lock. Jasper sends him into the corner but misses a splash. Troy then hits a body block and series of splashes. Tavion rolls to the floor. Jasper hits some punches and an Irish whip, hits a splash and another one Irish whip. Tavion counters. Then Jasper hits a backbreaker and gets a near fall. Jasper cinches in a seated abdominal stretch. Tavion counters with some forearms and hits a Superman punch. Tavion then hits a slam and a boot. Yeah, it wasn't over a 5. It's short. And I mean, Tavion's relatively new, and Jasper, it's coming up from LFG, so I think just give them some time. I think they're both going to be good. Troy hit Tavion, then hits a frog splash, and he gets in there fall. Jasper then grabs Tavion by the throat. Tavion escapes. Troy then hits a black hole slam, his finishing move for the 1, 2, 3, and still your men's speed WWE men's speed NXT champion Jasper Troy. After the match, Lexus King appears out of nowhere and blindsides Tavion Heights. So obviously the feud with Tavion and Lexus King, which if you don't know already, Lexus King is Brian Pillman's son. So King then hits the coronation on Heights and berates him as Troy watches from the entrance ramp. So we're setting up another Lexus King Tavion Heights match, unfortunately. We head to the back where Ren Sinclair, which I said she's going to have a big 2026, hypes up Kendall Gray to go into Ava's office to get a NXT Women's Championship rematch. So Ruka and Zarya approach the pair to inform them that they want NXT Women's Championships of their own and point out Sinclair allowing Gray to receive another shot at the title instead of one on her own. As Gray insists she is happy to step aside and support Sinclair if Sinclair wants her own title shot. My queen, the NXT Women's Champion, JC Jane, emerges and tells everyone outside to pipe the hell down. Kendall Gray, Ren Sinclair, Ruka and Zarya then all followed JC Jane back in Ava's office. Ava tells Ruka and Zarya, Ren Sinclair, and Kendall Gray and Fatal Influence that herself and Santina Marella have agreed to have the 3 teams face off next week on NXT in a number 1 contenders match for the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championship. Looking forward to that. That is a match I'm looking forward to. Interesting who wins the triple threat between Soul and Zarya for Fatal. I think it's going to be Soul and Zarya. Bobby, I don't see Fatal. I don't know. It's a toss up because Soul could be coming up, but it's TNA, so I don't think it's going to be Kendall and Ren. I don't. But we'll see. I honestly think it's going to be Soul and Zarya. They never completed that Zarya turn, so. But it's going to be next week. Each team said they deserve the title match. We see Lexus King, and he says no one embarrasses him. Andre Chasten says that's a teachable moment about what not to do. Lexus King then says the division is wide open, and it is his birthright. Channing Stacks Lorenzo then shows up and says they should listen to King because that tag match should happen. I do believe that it possibly could. That's because we do know AJ Styles is going to be on the first. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. I think that'd be great. Stampede for sure. Lexus Shannon, if he has it tonight, Robert Stone tells Lexus he cannot attack people. Miles Bourne, who I consider one of the luckiest human beings on the earth, dating Stephanie Valcourt, says that he wants to talk to Stone, but he has something to do. Miles tells Stone he wants one of the qualifying matches. Stone then says he will talk to Ava about it. So then we get a video package of another signee of NXTO, LaFleur. LaFleur says he is not what you expect. He says he began training at 16 and was mentored by Nitro. LaFleur says he would come to France every year and he was a top trainee, so he got a mask. They need all the help they can get. Slater versus Myron Reed got yanked from. Oh, wow, did it? Oh, man, that's awful. Man, I didn't know that. Like I said, once NFL's over, I'm going to probably start covering TNA because I'm going to be missing the show on Tuesday, so I'll have an extra day to I'm going to probably start with the TNA recap once the Super Bowl and all that's over with, probably. LaFleur says he represents his mentor every time. In the ring, LaFleur says he wants to make his mentor proud. He says he is coming to NXT. He says he is here to slash the sky. So the newest member of NXT, Elio LaFleur, and boy, is he got a match next week. We see Ava in the back and All Ego, the men's North American champion, and one half of the AAA mixed tag team champions with Chelsea Green. Ethan Page shows up. He says he loves Vanity Project and he thanks Ava for signing them to NXT. Another signing for NXT. Myron Reed isn't signed and WWE wants Slater for house shows on the European tour. Apparently, the Rascals are also not signed. That's good information. I wonder why they just want Slater for house shows, though. That's odd. I can't believe the Rascals aren't signed as well. Or Myron Reed. That's crazy. Ethan thanks Ava for signing Vanity Project. Ethan then asks who his qualifying match is going to be for that 6-person ladder match. Ava then says there is no opponent and no date. Ethan then says he wants to know who deserves it. Ava then tells Ethan to relinquish his NXT North American Championship for a qualifying match. Ethan then talks about what he has done as the North American champion. Ava says Ethan has taken that title to new heights. She then said Ethan has been the longest reigning champion in WWE, NXT, whatever. She then says that Ethan deserves to defend the title next week. She says Ethan will defend the title against the newest member of NXT, Elio LaFleur. So that will take place next week on NXT. Ethan Page defends the North American Championship against Elio LaFleur. I wonder how they're going to work that. He just signed. Ethan Page is huge. I just can't really see him losing, but are they going to have Elio lose his first match on the roster? We'll see. Ethan then asks why is the guy debuting and getting a title match. Same thing I basically just said. So we then see the Glamour herself, Blake Monroe, walking in the back. She makes her way down to the ring. I do love her entrance. She's stunning as always. Blake grabs the mic, starts off by saying she wants to talk about it. Copying Trick Willie there. Or no, it's actually Cody Rhodes. What do you want to talk about? Blake then says last week she came out with every intention of reclaiming her North American Championship. Blake then says she attacked Thea Hell, but so what? Ethan has really excelled. Oh, he is top notch. I'm talking about upper top tier. He is already ready for the main roster and to make impact there. Blake says she brought out a little hell to pay. She says it was a travesty. She had to wrestle for her title. She said instead of letting her rise to the occasion, they turned it into controversy and chaos. Blake just booked the Ethan match to be competitive and give it time where Ethan really has to pull out all stops to put him down. Then Elio can eat the loss, no problem. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't think we're getting a title change, not on his first match, but I think Ethan can elevate him and make it a really good match. So I definitely agree with you that on that, Stampede. Blake then says she walked out of the building like she was the problem. Blake then says she will let us in on a little secret. She says when you're as talented as she is, they don't know what to do with you. She then says they'll call you controversial. She says they'll debate you on commentary. She said you then Blake says you will criticize everything that she does. Blake then says she is the standard. Blake then says she is the most complete woman in NXT. Blake says no one compares to her. She is the moment. Blake says every move she makes is monumental. You can elevate a wrestler even in defeat if the match is laid out. Oh, 100%. And like me and you were talking about last time on the Raw recap, there's still so many doubters out there about Gunther and AJ Styles. Nobody thinks that people just don't pay attention, man, like we do, I guess. Gunther is 100% retiring AJ Styles. They built that character for him. Why? I mean, why wouldn't he? People are just weird about that stuff. Blake said when you take her out of the equation, you see how fragile things get. She says she lost patience with a system that doesn't know how to work when things are not convenient. Blake then says those girls fight over her scraps. She says every story ends with the same truth. Blake then says there are stars and there are women who. And then we get the return, as I said on Sunday Scoops, to Wrestling RUS podcast of Jada Parker. She makes her way down to the ring. She starts to talk, and Blake asks if she can help her. Blake throws a punch, and Jada blocks it. Jada hits a punch and some shoulders in the corner. Jada then puts Blake on the turnbuckles and hits the springboard. See this splash. Jada then hits a running hip attack to knock Blake off the apron. So we have finally gotten the return, as I mentioned on Sunday Scoop, of Jada Parker to NXT. Looking fabulous tonight. So then we go to Shiloh Hill. He cuts a promo. Hill talks about how he won LFG with Undertaker's help. He talks about how excited he was to wrestle in the Christmas gimmick match, which he was also in with Skylar Ray, a.k.a. Danny Ray from LFG Season 2 winner. He tells a story about how he picked up squirrels in the snow and nursed them back to activity. Shiloh talks about the weirdest shit. Hill then says it was awesome, but his family didn't like the squirrels running around the house. He then talks about how he's going to be a champion in NXT and TNA when he wins the international title. We then head to the back where Dark State cuts a promo. Cutler James, who also was in LFG at one point, says they came to take over. He says 4 men, 1 mission. He then says they started at the top and took on the best. Osiris and says they did it all in 2025. Saquon then says everybody who steps to Dark State gets dropped by Dark State. He says you saw what they have done, but you don't know what they can do. Dion then says Joe brought this upon himself. Saquon then says they will deal with OTM. So then we get Stacks, and I think Ariana Grace is going to end up with Shiloh Hill. That's just the way it's looking to me. But obviously she's with Stacks at this point in time. We're getting the TNA International Championship match. Shannon Stacks Lorenzo, accompanied by Ariana Grace, versus WWE LFG Season 2 winner, Shiloh Hill. Ariana slaps the hell out of Hill, and he absolutely loved it. There's something that's going to happen with them too. Hill then has some punches. Shannon then sends Hill into the turnbuckles. Later on in the match, Hill hits a back elbow and sends Shannon to the top rope on a belly-to-back suplex. Hill follows up. They go to the aisle, but Hill sends Channing into the apron. Hill then hits a splash. Ariana goes up, distracts Shiloh Hill, and Channing hits a baseball slide. Channing then hits a drop kick to the knee. Channing hits an elbow and a corkscrew back elbow off the turnbuckle for a near fall. I could still see a TNA talent beating Stacks for the belt. Yes, very possible. Shannon then tries to send Hill to the floor, but Hill stays in the ring. Shannon then hits a knee to the midsection, hits some more kicks and a drop kick in the corner. Shallow reverses it, some punches. Shannon then slaps the hell out of a Shallow Hill. Shannon then hits a European uppercut, but Hill hits a tilt-a-whirl slam. Shallow's tooth has come out, and he punches Shannon and hits a running shoulder tackle. It's a front face lock, twisting slam, and an inward senton for a near fall. So we get close to the end of the match. Hill hits a kick, goes to the floor, puts his tooth back in, and Ariana starts to freak out. Like that. It looks like they were about to kiss last week, but his tooth fell in her face or in her hand, one of the two. Shannon then gets back into the ring, and Hill sent to the apron. Hill then hits the shoulder and a sunset flip, but Shannon drops down. Ariana holds on. The referee then kicks Shannon's hands, and Hill gets a near fall. Shallow then gets an inside cradle, but Grace kicks Channing over the top, and Channing Stacks gets the pinfall 1, 2, 3 over Shallow Hill and retains the TNA International Championship. So then we see our new women's North American champion, Izzy Dame, which last week was crazy for her. She lost to Tatum Paxley and then entered the Open Challenge and won the women's NXT North American Championship. Izzy Dame then makes her way down to the ring. Izzy starts off by welcoming everyone to their new reality. Izzy then says she is your North American champion, not Tatum Paxley. Dia Hill or Blake Monroe. Izzy then says she is not going to talk about getting her opportunity because that's what happens when you stumble into success. Izzy then says she outsmarted everyone. Izzy then says she wants to talk about how funny it was to everyone when she lost to Tatum. Izzy says, what do you think she was going to do after that loss? Cry in the shadows? Izzy says, that is what you would have done. Izzy says she does not waste losses. 6.25 out of 10. Nice. Yeah, I'm impressed with Shallow Hill and Channon also great. Izzy says she is watching and learning how this place runs. She says she knows who thinks emotion is a strength and not a weakness. Izzy then says the loss gave her clarity. She said it made her remember that the group was about removing weakness, supporting mistakes, and making sure everything and everyone is in place. Izzy said every step and move has been part of the plan. She said that she showed that she is always 3 steps ahead, like the final boss, 20 steps ahead. Izzy then says she engineered her opportunity, and that is why she is a champion. She says she wants everyone. Izzy then said everyone wants a piece of her. Izzy then says she heard Lola, which I said on Scoops. The winner of that match would probably be going after Izzy Dame. Izzy then says wanting something and getting are 2 different things. Izzy then says Thea is in the back, convincing herself whining louder is the way to get her title match. Izzy then asks Tatum how she operates. Izzy then says she didn't become champion because she's beloved. Izzy says she's a champion because she thinks faster and pulls the trigger. Izzy then says if you think you're going to get close to the title, you know what you're getting into. Tatum Paxley then gets past the officials and takes down Izzy and punches her. Izzy then gets up for and Tatum headbutts a referee. So instead of Lola getting a title shot, I think we're going to get the trilogy of this. Izzy beat Tatum once, Tatum beat Izzy. I could really truly see Tatum Paxley going for this title. Just for the context of my rating, Hazuki defeats Masira, 1810 Stardom, 9.10 out of 10. CMLL, Japan Women's Title Match. Nice. That must have been a really good match. I missed out on that. We head to the back where Kelly Kincaid asked Ricky Saints about Ava's decision about the title, and his response, Ricky says, It's unbiased journalism. He says he talked to Ava, and they talked about how he is owed a title match, so he is in the ladder match. He then says he will be watching Shawn Legacy and Eli Knight, as well as Josh Briggs and Shiloh Hill. So that is 2 qualifying matches that's going to also happen next week on NXT. Shawn Legacy goes one-on-one with Eli Knight, and Josh Briggs will go one-on-one with Shiloh Hill. Another opportunity for Shiloh. Shannon Lorenzo and Ariana Grace then show up, and Shannon is not happy that Shiloh is getting a chance at the title. Ricky then says Channing is still the champ, and he has the girl. Lexus King then says they need to talk. We head to the back where Blake Howard mentions that Tatum Paxley has been kicked out of the building. Sorry. Yes, I love Izzy. She's also dating Braun Breaker. She cut a really good promo tonight, so she's doing great work. I can send you a link if you like for that show. Yeah. I'm interested in any type of wrestling. Anything that I can put content on, definitely. SMP. The Vanity Project then tells Blake that they have signed with NXT. Yeah, so is the Vanity Project going to be working with Blake? Because I mean, they have been kind of like teasing that a little bit. I don't know though. They then talk about the women they will get to run into. Drake then asked if he will be in the qualifier since he is the champion. He is the Evolve champion. Brad then says they are wrestling Chase U next week. Kiana Carter then shows up, and the Vanity Project leave. Kiana then swings the Kiana has made an impact tonight on NXT. So it is then announced that next week Josh Briggs faces Shiloh Hill and Shawn Legacy faces Eli Knight. And qualifier Ethan Page defends the North American title against Elio LaFleur, and Sol Ruca and Zarya face Ren Sinclair and Kendall Gray and the team of Fallon Henley and Laney Reed for a shot at the TNA Knockout World Tag Team titles. Dark State then make their way down to the ring for the main event of the night, which is going to be Joe Henry going against Deion Lennox. No disqualification, but Joe Henry is accompanied by OTM. I felt like this was a really good match as well. Joe hits an Irish whip, but Deion responds with a European uppercut. This was so much that went on in this match. Deion then hits a kick. Joe then hits some punches. Bronco then gives Joe a pair of brass knuckles, and he uses it for a near fall. Joe then hits a fall-away slam and sets up for a standing ovation, but Deion is given a kendo stick, and he hits Joe with it. Joe blocks the kendo stick shot, and Joe hits Deion with the kendo stick himself. Joe then hits a standing ovation, but Joe is pulled from the ring by Osiris, the numbers game. He then punches Joe, sends him back into the ring. Darkseid gets on the apron, and OTM does the same. Saquon is sent to the floor, and the rest of the wrestlers go to the floor, and they fight on their way to the back. Back in the ring, Deion has a table set up in the corner. So Joe then hits a standing ovation on the chair for a near fall. Joe and Deion then exchange punches, and Deion spears Joe through the table in the corner for a near fall. Deion then gets a chair, and he is stopped by a chair shot from none other than the person I predicted that could possibly be champion NXT or the North American champion very soon, Tony D'Angelo. Tony then hits a choke slam. Tony then looks at Joe. He helps him up, and he hits a choke slam on him as well. Tony then puts Joe on top of Deion for the 1, 2, 3. He took out Deion Lennox and Joe Henry, but made sure Joe Henry got the win. The winner of the no disqualification match, say his name and he will appear, Joe Henry. After the match, Ava makes her way down to the ring with several security guards to take care of Tony D. Tony D then hits a spine buster to one of the security guards and begins taking the rest of them out. Tony D'Angelo then stands tall, and he tensely stares down Ava and heads to the back as the show comes to a close. So overall, I would give NXT probably a 7, 7.5 tonight. Maybe a 7. Just to be fair, I don't want to go too crazy. Yeah, it wasn't great. I probably would have gave it around that, close to a 6. Stampede. But yeah, shout out to you guys. The comments, the YouTube comments. I love that. I love seeing that. That's definitely helping my stream out. Shout out to the 75 people. It's really good stream for NXT for me. Gonna give some shout outs. Talk It Up Wrestling Podcast. Make sure you follow them on X and give them a subscription on YouTube as well, as DWE Radio is now live. That they do it, I believe, on Saturdays. It's also on Spotify and Twitch, and they will also be doing watch-alongs as well. So give them a subscription on YouTube. DWE host, Miami the Great, Wrestling RUS podcast. Thank you, sir. Shout out to Bobby. Appreciate you coming in tonight. And also Stampede. The Human Dictionary. Appreciate the compliments, Bobby. Stampede as well. What's going on, Pac-Man? Just finishing up here on the stream. Obviously, hopefully you were able to tune in. If not, it will be live. It's live on X or my YouTube channel. Thanks for reposting the stream, Pac-Man. But yeah, Priestley is on the show, and that has the Hazuki match. The show is in your DM. Appreciate that, Stampede. I'll definitely check that out tonight. I'm off the next 2 days with no streams, so I will definitely check that out. Thank you so much, Stampede, for showing up last night and tonight. You're welcome at the EVP show at any time. So thank you everyone that tuned in tonight to the NXT recap. This was a doubleheader for me. So my long capacity, not long capacity, but I've been talking a lot. A 2-hour NFL show, and we're getting close to the hour mark for NXT. So we're winding down here. But I'm going to go to the outro video, come back, tell you guys where you can find me on my socials, and what I have coming up next, which is a whole lot. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
There are a lot of podcasts out there, but only one with this kind of energy.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps Predictions Sports. Let go, show recaps predictions sports
In one podcast.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps Predictions Sports. Let go.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to DWE, Miami the Great, Final Boss Baby, the Unseen Bling Queen, After the Slam Podcast, Director Reg, World of Greg, Gimmick Table Media, a Wrestling Divas Podcast, kicking out at 2, Southern Squared Media as well. Make sure you give all them a follow on X and give them a subscription on YouTube. They all put out excellent content, and I'm a big fan of everyone. I support everyone and everyone's journey on their content creating on YouTube. So as far as my socials, you can see it in the lovely blue at the bottom of the screen. You can find me on X at EVPCJP, Instagram, same thing at EVPCJP. I do post a lot of the videos that lead up to my streams on Instagram and on TikTok. If you're looking for me on TikTok, you can see it right there. It's at Brady, BRADYDAGOAT 21. Most importantly, last but not least, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit that like button to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and you will be ready every time that the EVP show goes live. You can find that, if you're not already subscribed, at the EVP show. So for anybody that goes back and watches the stream tonight, please hit those like buttons on the stream. There were several comments, a lot of comments from Stampede. I definitely appreciate that. That helps put my stream in the algorithm, gets fresh eyes and ears on everything. So I definitely am appreciative of that. What I have coming up next, guys, it's a mouthful, so I'm gonna try to get it out. Tomorrow and Thursday I am off. I will see you guys back Friday at 11:30 p.m. Eastern for my SmackDown recap, and then Saturday I'm also off as well. But Sunday I am back with episode 3, the newest show to the EVP show, and also brought to you by DWE. Sunday Scooped with the EVP at 6 p.m. Eastern, and I will tell you that this is the 3rd episode, but you do not want to miss this episode. I have a lot of information to give you guys, and I will open up the last 30 minutes for Q&A to answer any questions. So make sure you tune in Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern for Sunday Scoop with the EVP. And then next week, full week, 7 days of content. Monday, I'm back at 10 p.m. Eastern for Raw. Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern, me and Miami will be back to cover the NFL divisional recap show. 10:30 p.m. Eastern, I will be back again for NXT. Wednesday, new show, a new stream, 10 p.m. guys. A little late, I know, but I gotta have time to be able to watch Unreal. It's going to be the WWE Unreal Season 2 recap show. It's gonna probably go for 2 hours. I'm going to cover the entire Unreal Season 2. I'm going to break it up into parts and just give my opinion on it each episode and answer any questions, obviously, in the comments. I'll be at 10 o'clock next Wednesday night Eastern. Thursday, I will be joined by Suds and Squares Circle Media at 7 p.m. Eastern next Thursday for the Saturday night main event prediction show. And then Friday, I'm back again as the go home show to Saturday night's main event, 11:30 p.m. Eastern for the SmackDown recap. Then Saturday, I'm back again for the Saturday night main event recap as soon as we're done with Saturday night's main event, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. And then to make that full week go round, the next Sunday, I am back for Sunday Scoops, which should be an awesome show, episode 4 at 6 p.m. Eastern. So I got a 7-day, for starting from this Sunday, it will be 7, or actually it'll be 10 straight streams, because I will go all the way from Sunday until Tuesday and then run into Royal Rumble week. So that week will also, I'm probably going to have 1, maybe 2 days off, and then after this week and the next 2 weeks. So it's going to be a lot of content coming you guys' way with all these big events coming up, with Saturday night's main event, Royal Rumble coming up. Again, thank you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe to the EVP show. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Hope you guys enjoy your Wednesday and Thursday. I will check that video out, Stampede. I will see you guys Friday night at 11:30 p.m. Eastern for the SmackDown recap, when we have 4 qualifying matches for the Fatal 4-Way to see who will challenge Drew McIntyre at Royal Rumble at 11:30 p.m. Eastern. With that being said, you guys, like I said, you guys enjoy your next 2 days, and I will catch you guys Friday night. Make sure you hit the notification bell and tune in to the EVP show at 11:30 p.m. Eastern. I am the EVP from the EVP show and the Golden Boy from DWE, and we are the ones. Good night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.